Welcome back to the NWA Save here on the B Shooter 94 YouTube channel. We are now here. We're at episode number 3. We got a lot of stuff to unpack here. We're on the road. We're running through shows right now. We've done Back to Basics. We've gone through our first 2 episodes. Episode 3 tonight, we get some more things kind of rolling, get some more story arc going. And we kind of just keep building from there. So let's just run right into this, and we'll go from there, see what we think. All right, so in our pre-show match, I wanted to test this out and see how the crowd will react to Joanie in a match against a guy, because I think that's where the move is going now. In a pre-show match at Decent Wrestling, Joanie defeats Ray Gonzalez in 9 minutes 40 seconds with a powerbomb. Joanie got a 54, Ray a 47, a 53 rating. So it's not going to hurt me to have her wrestle guys, so we're going to start doing that now. So that's the move going forward now with this. So now we don't have to have her just manage the band. She can now wrestle the band, or wrestle with the band, or alongside the band, or separate, either way. So that was a pre-show match. Second pre-show match, and this is to get CM Punk and Colt Cabana some more wins, just to get them some more momentum. And this is a pre-show bout that didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling. The Second City Saints defeat David Flair and Devin Storm in 10:30 when Colt Cabana submitted Devin Storm with Chicago Crab. Colt at 27, Punk at 44, Storm at 42, Flair at 18. Cabana and Punk have great chemistry. Colt's getting better at his gimmick. Again, I'm just trying to get these 4 guys all featured, and I might have to just have David Flair get cut loose and have Storm be on his own, because he can at least carry a match. And in the last pre-show match, and we're getting a little better with this, an abysmal pre-show match, Goddess Athena defeats Sarah Del Rey, Angel Williams, and Sarah Stock in 6 minutes when Goddess Athena pins Sarah Del Rey with a nutcracker. Goddess Athena makes her debut. Got a great gimmick for a heel. 21 out of Stock, 17 out of Athena, 12 out of Williams, Del Rey at 37. And recap gimmick changes. Okay, cool. This is just to feature the women. Angel Williams right now is strictly a manager. All these other girls are just here to get noticed and get some popularity. They're not in my women's division yet because I'm not there yet. It's 2004. Unfortunately, professional wrestling didn't catch up to that yet. So let's get to the main show. Oh, I think we have one more pre-show match. Yep, we do. In a pre-show bout that had decent reaction from the crowd and terrible wrestling, Just Incredible defeats Rick Steiner in 9:31 with a super kick. Rick Steiner sustained a blown eardrum. Credible and Steiner come in with a 38 and 39, and they don't click, so we only got 32. That's fine. These guys are both under contracts. I had nothing really going for them in this show, so I just wanted to put them on the pre-show, and look what it gets me. It gets someone hurt. So that's unfortunate. Let's get to the main show. Thank you, J.J. Dillon. So we open the show with Raven wants the band now. He comes down to the ring, demands that Scott Hall, Sean Waltman, and Joanie come to the ring. And that he is speaking more or less an enemy is my friend. So right now him and Jeff Hardy are simpaticos as they are fighting off the band right now, even though Jeff Hardy does have what Raven wants. Right now him and Jeff Hardy have to band together against the, no pun intended, against the band. And no one answers yet. So that's a 54. The band does answer. And they say that they're not afraid of Raven. Raven by himself is a nobody, that they run NWA, and that they will take over when they want, whenever they want, just like they did with WCW. Bret Hart's music hits and announces that tonight we will get Raven versus Scott Hall in the main event of the NWA Wildside TV. So big match there. Raven worked the crowd well, Bret worked the crowd well, and Waltman got better at his gimmick. That's a 60 rating. That's a solid opening segment between these two as our main feud. So this is great. We get into our first matchup of the night, and about that didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling. Dustin Rhodes defeats Team Canada member Eric Young in 6:14 by pinfall to Lone Star State of Mind. Dustin Rhodes gets us a 56. Eric Young only getting us a 19. We're getting there with Team Canada. We're trying so hard to get them over as heels. Eric Young was off his game. It did gain heat. Angel Williams did great work at ringside, so she's great as a manager. And Eric Young and Angel Williams are a great pairing, and they work well off each other. So this is just to get Dustin Rhodes a little bit of redemption off of Team Canada after they've been trying to attack him and Brian Lawler Kind of the same situation as the band. Team Canada has the numbers game um, on the two true bloods of NWA, two guys who have a legacy with family in the NWA, and they want to bring it to that rightful place. Post-match, Team Canada circles Dustin. Lawler comes in, makes the save. Team Canada retreats. Only got a 36 rating. That's very unfortunate. I was hoping that was going to get a little better, but it is what it is. So Brian Lawler and Dustin Rhodes stand tall against Team Canada this week. They stand tall. They're not getting beaten down. Team Canada runs. All right, and about that decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling. Monte Brown defeats Chuck Palumbo with an alpha bomb at 6:34. Monte Brown at 32, Palumbo at 38. Brown was really off his game. Commentary did great. So just 37. These guys just aren't great in the ring. I just want to get Monte Brown to win because I have an idea where we're going to go with him. Remember, he's dual former football player. Chuck Palumbo was here doing the job here. Wish I had more for Chuck at the moment. I'm just trying to get things kind of rolling. And Chuck's not really the top guy on my priority list right now. Post-match, Steve Carino comes out on the stage and just pretty much ruins Monte Brown verbally, saying that the only reason why he's a pro wrestler is because he couldn't succeed in football, and he's not going to succeed in pro wrestling. I'm a true wrestler. I'm what the NWA stands for. I'm the best wrestler in the world, and you are just an entertainer. You're a sports entertainer. Go up north if you want to be a sports entertainer. This is where the wrestlers are. So Steve Carino and Monte Brown have started a little situation here. Steve Carino takes exception to Monte Brown being in NWA. Says he doesn't belong in NWA, that he's not a true wrestler. He's just a failed football star. So got some stuff brewing there. 51 rating, that's solid. Oh, Buff, what are you doing, guy? In the segment, so Buff comes down to the ring. He does the Buff with the Stuff promo, talking about how he's still the greatest in NWA. That he deserves the NWA Championship match that no one's giving to him. I tried giving him no script, and he went terrible. He's getting better at gimmick, but he's terrible off script. 38 is unacceptable. He gets answered by Fergal Devitt. And about that didn't have much heat in terrible wrestling. Buff defeats Fergal Devitt in 6:24 with a Buff blockbuster. Buff got us a 41, Fergal a 26. Nothing really to say here. Buff just getting a win. Fergal getting featured on the show, got us a 41 rating. So again, not great stuff. Buff is really failing me here. So we gotta start working on some stuff there. Backstage, we get Raven in the dark talking about how what he's going to do to the band now that he can get his hands on one of them, and that him and Jeff Hardy will rise up to take down the band, and then once he's done with the band, he will then claim his rightful place and go against Jeff Hardy for the NWA Championship. But only then can he do that. He has to declare war on the band and take them out before he can take his rightful place as NWA champion. That got us a 53. Raven's getting better at his gimmick. So the top guys are doing great. We've got to find that middle ground. Jeez. And about that decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling, Kip James defeats Road Warrior Animal in 6:51, but the one and only Kip James at 47, Animal 44. They just don't click. Well, it seems to be an issue here. 42 rating, really disappointing. I wanted to get Kip James a win, but geez, you gotta do better than that, guys. Come on. 42 rating is unacceptable. I needed more out of these two. I wanted at least a 50, and wow, that's very disappointing. I don't know what to say about that. I want Kip James to do something with singles run at some point here, but 47, I can't do anything with that. We get a promo from the Second City Saints, more or less just hyping them up, them talking backstage. We're just trying to get them on the show, get them that popularity, and just show their promo skills. They got us a 44. That's way better than most of the guys on this show. So they're going to be kind of the face of my tag team division. So I'm just trying to get them as much exposure as possible at the moment and kind of go from there. And a great main event, and this is just fantastic work here. And about that great heat and decent wrestling, Scott Hall defeats Raven at 8:22 by pinfall using underhand tactics and holding onto the rope. Raven at 55, Scott Hall at 62. Raven and Scott Hall have great chemistry. Joanie did great work at ringside. Scott Hall was getting better at his gimmick, and this is exactly the type of main event I wanted. A 56 is a little low, but I will take that every time. The band start beating down on Raven. Jeff Hardy comes down to make the save. Before we go off the air, the band is walking up the stage. Bret Hart comes out and announces that next week we will get Sean Waltman and Scott Hall versus Jeff Hardy and Raven in our main event of NWA Wildside 4. So next week, big main event there. I'm really excited for that. Raven's still getting better at his gimmick, which I'm sure is going to be fantastic. A 63 rating to end the show. Let's see what we got for a rating. 56, lost popularity in 1, increase in 11. All right, so we're getting there, guys. So stay tuned. We're coming up with show number 4 here in a moment. Bear with us 1 second. We'll come up with episode number 4. Great main event coming up.